Alright, welcome back to my round 3 game of this month's REV GP. Playing for color Consonance against Dodger, who is on Esper's Superfriends, it seems. And I'm on the play, that's good. And this hand is not keepable. This hand's also not keepable. This hand is also horrible, but I think I have to keep this. At least Flipped Archon actually deals with Planeswalkers, which is funny. Anyways, you have to keep this because I don't want to go down any lower, so I just keep this and hope to top deck good cards. And so yeah, Warp Ravings and pass. I guess this is fetching plains and this is fetching forest. Although maybe I want to fetch forest instead in case I top deck Wild Court Seeker. Well, I think the only good card for me top deck here would be like Wild Court Seeker and Friend. Or yeah, I fetch forest here in case I top deck a 2-drop. Yeah, exactly like that. So this is fetching plains so that I can play Gloomcliver Step on curve, I think. I think that actually does matter. So, oops, I meant fetch plains, and then play Leyline Challengers and pass. And opponent also plays land tapped and passes. Rift off. Okay, they can deal with planeswalkers, I guess. But like, I don't have any threats currently, which is a problem. And if Leyline Chandler dies, my double green cards also become uncastable. So what do I have to worry about anyways? A lot of Planeswalkers. I'm just hoping they play down the Planeswalker so I can Archon it, so like Archon actually does something. And Merlai. Okay, sure, yeah, that's good. Or that's fine because like if they just Merlai plus here, then Archon deals with it, and that's a pretty clean answer. They make treasure. Alright, so what do I draw? Warp Ravings. Okay, I can like hardcast Archon next turn. So yeah, I just play this guy flipped. I guess this is fetching Forest. Unfortunately, like playing Archon out on the front side only lets you enchant creatures, which isn't great against the opponent because other guys are Planeswalkers. So hopefully it won't matter, I guess. They have access to 5 mana next turn, or I mean this turn. What do they have like any 5 mana plays I'm worried about? They don't have anything at 5 exactly. They do have 4 though. Okay. They're going to plus that thing. Yeah, makes sense. So this is fetching green. And what do I draw? Czar. Okay, that's actually really good, right? Well, unfortunately, Czar minusing isn't that great because like this thing is here to like, actually eats up the Czar minuses. So I can play Archon flipped onto this guy. I mean, I can just play Czar -4 that kills that thing, and then that leaves behind Czar at 1, which like I don't think the number matters because anything that opponent plays, like they don't have damage based removal, so 1 is basically as good as 4 when it comes to surviving. Yeah, then the question becomes, do I want to get Czar into play, or do I just want to play Archon flipped? So if I play this guy, if I play Archon flipped and next turn then drop something bigger, then I have to Czar -5 to actually kill it, which is not great. Yeah, I don't think I want to just Czar and do nothing though, because it just dies super hard to Galana. Is that the only thing I need to play around? It seems like it. So, maybe I can let this guy survive for a bit longer. If they play any super big planeswalker, I just drift off that thing, right? So then Zara comes down. If it eats a Galana, then like I'm actually kind of happy, right? Yeah, whatever. Let's just get the big thing down while I can. And I don't want to die super hard to Galana, so then I'm incentivized to minus. So then yeah. Hopefully that was not the wrong play. I have a feeling that it could have been. Like, Archon being anti-synergistic with Zar is actually a pretty big problem for me, I feel like, in this deck. But I'm still playing both cards because both cards are just individually really good. Like, if they Glana minus, okay, they're going to play Lay Shard, which should draw them into their thing again, right? I think I'm fine with that if they play that guy again. Yeah, okay, there's Glana. That's what I expect to happen. Yeah, so Zar basically was 5 mana destroy target planeswalker, which I guess was fine in exchange. So Leyline Challengers can, oh, it can't actually kill Glana on the backswing, which is a problem. Warp Reigns. I could just play out Glana and that thing eats up, like that thing, I could play out Archon and that eats a Glana down tick. mean, alternatively, what I swing leyline channels at Glana, and that prevents it from just down ticking to kill something. But then I don't actually get to cast anything. Does that put me too far behind if I do that? Like they get their thing again. I mean, I guess that lets me drift off. Maybe that's fine. Yeah. So I guess I just whack Glana down to 1. Like if they want to cash in Glana for a creature token, I'm more than happy to because that actually gives me a target for Archon. I'll just pass. And Confined to Eternity is actually slowly taking them down. The Smoking Strand. Okay, so it's a Planeswalker tutor. Oh, and that actually gives Glana a plus. Okay, yeah, that's problematic. But that's fine, like, it gives me targets for drift off. And actually, it lets Glana indulge again, and now I can't kill it. So now they can just keep minusing to blow up things, and that's also a problem. What's this guy do? Attacks. Okay, so when Planeswalker enters, it has a lot of attacks. Does it do anything else? That's Miralai, sure. Doesn't really. Oh, that kills Confined to Eternity. Okay, yeah, I guess that's something they can do. Now, a single drift off doesn't deal with everything. What does this do? Gives their creatures ward and upticks to put loyalty counters on stuff. And they're just going to keep drawing cards. Okay. Now the question becomes, how do I deal with this board? Well, I have to fetch end of turn, so I guess I fetch Forest. Or do I fetch Forest or Swamp? I'll fetch Swamp, and hopefully that I don't end up regretting it. Czar. Okay, Czar minus does actually do stuff here, which is nice, but does it do enough? Because the problem is that they have Glana minus available, and that blows up stuff. So I can play a kick drift off and exile Strand and Glana, which feels really bad, but maybe that's necessary. What is this guy? This guy can start exiling stuff if I let it stick around for too long. Maybe I just Archon that thing? Like, it's only a 1-drop, so that means that it doesn't turn off Zard too much. Leyline Chatters, it doesn't do anything. I can play Archon flipped and also drift off, or no I can't, I don't have the mana to do that. And so I play Zar, I minus 0, and it blows up one of their things. Probably doesn't blow up the thing I want it to, but it blows up one of their things. And then next turn, I play a kick drift off and hope that it blows up the other thing that I need it to. That feels bad. I think it's better to just play a kick drift off and get the things out of the way. That, like, Zar doesn't insta-die to let this guy stick around. It actually doesn't. I don't insta-die to stuff over there. Okay. Then in that case, yeah, I do have to drift off right now and get these things out of the way. Thing +1 and put loyalty counter to Miralai, and Miralai can start stealing stuff. So hopefully that doesn't happen. And of course, I can always top deck Grand Constance. Although, like, right now I don't actually have enough mana to make use of a Grand Constance top deck. So I'm hoping Zar. I just need to hope that Zar actually does stuff. What other top decks can I hope for? Maybe more drift offs would be good. Yeah, more drift offs means that I can blow up even more stuff. Okay, yeah, that's that thing. So I can make a 3-1. So that's, like, annoying, but it could be worse. This also brings back stuff from graveyard, but they have nothing good in graveyard, so that's fine. Now they're just playing counters on stuff. I can play Archon flipped onto. Oh, actually no, I can play Archon onto the White Knight, and that's actually useful somehow. So Forgotten Cultivator would be good at literally any other time. Right now, I'm a bit tight, so I can't afford to play it. Or can I? I can play Archon and put the aura on the White Knight, and then, okay, I'll actually lose my attack step, so it doesn't matter, but it's either that or I play Zar and minus to shoot one of their guys. I can actually Zar -2 to, like, at least kill one of these things, and that means that Zar probably gets whacked by that thing, which I'm not a fan of. Does it survive being whacked? Like, if I Zar -0, Zar -1, killing. It survives getting whacked if I do that. Maybe that's worth it. Or maybe I just play Forgotten Cultivators to set up for next turn. Right? Like, what's the worst thing that can happen if I let these guys stick around for another turn? This thing can't start exiling stuff until turn after next turn. So yeah, I think I might actually have time, and it also, like, it leaves me open to Grand Constance top deck. And it could possibly top deck me into Wildcourt Seeker, which would also help me. Yeah, okay, I think I convinced myself to just play Forgotten Cultivator this turn. So hopefully I don't regret that decision. Oh, come on, actually no, it's fine. I just play Archon flipped onto Clayus, that guy, what it's called? Yeah, I play Archon flipped, and then what? Like, this isn't actually that threatening, right? So I should just play Archon flipped onto Clayus, and then let Miralai do more stuff. Because is this guy my main threat right now? I think so. Or maybe I should just stick onto Miralai and then forget that Zard's ever doing anything useful this game. Still can't tell like which thing to stick this thing on, but like that's fine. That who do I stick it on? Let's just stick on the thing that won't make Zard useless forever. Yeah, I'll go with that logic. This thing does give other creatures ward, so kind of annoying. Next turn I'm playing Zar, and oh, they're just going to take Forgotten Cultivator. Yeah, sure. Forgotten Cultivator still match gets trigger off, so it's whatever. And they play Flooded Morass. They play this guy, finally. And they're going to force a sack. Okay. So I guess Zara would be good then. 3. Actually, this thing just eats up all my Zara upticks, which is a problem again. Archon would not be a good play right now because that just gets killed. So I should probably play Zar and -2. And that dies to the White Knight though, which is a problem. I can -1 and get this guy off the board, but that means that my Confine to Eternities aren't doing anything anymore. It also means that Zar doesn't insta-die, which yeah, I do need to care about. And -2, that kills one of these guys. No, it kills Thovius Addy and does nothing else. Alright, well, I guess, sure. They have one more thing, Keen Bell Tower. Okay, yeah, that's also troublesome. Are they going to make both players? If they're going to make you draw, it's always going to be on end step. So it doesn't really do much. Maybe I play Archon flipped on a Keen Bell Tower. No, that's not useful. I think my best play here is to play Zar and -1 because it also dies to these guys. I don't think there's anything I can do at this point. I just like fell too far behind. But maybe I can plus. So like +1 doesn't do anything. -1 +1 doesn't do anything because it still dies to these guys. So I just have to minus and hope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If Zara makes it land with summoning sickness, so I can't even sack them. And it's not, like this doesn't even ramp me. So yeah, I guess I just if this is going to die anyways, I just -5 and get rid of the big thing. And just like whatever. I got rid of one big thing and feel happy about it, I guess. Kingdom Bell Tower still exists, but whatever, right? I don't really care about forcing 2 White Knights to whack into Zar. Actually, no, it has to be -5 to get rid of the actually important thing. And actually, no, I get to kill something. Because this thing is only indestructible on their turn. So I get to whack into Sylvius, which is better than letting this thing survive, I guess. Yeah. So now I need to concern myself with getting Bell Towered all the time. Like, I feel like this matchup is very winnable if I match it on the board before they get their Planeswalkers down. Or if I like just match it on board at all, because I didn't really get I didn't get any 3-drops this game. So, like, that's how you lose to the Planeswalkers deck. You just don't get any creatures to contest the Planeswalkers. Oh, this is causing a bunch of Bell Tower triggers. Yeah, I might just die in short order then. Does Drift Off save me? Not really. This is already racking me down to 5. And another one of these guys. Okay, fine. And I think I just lose here, so I'll just call it. All right, so sideboarding. Does the matchup get worse for me post board? Or did I buy in silence? God, that's annoying. They have Solemn Graveyard. That turns off Grand Consonance. Okay, that's also really annoying. Anyways, club promoters come in because they actually like they have stuff to blow up. And maybe Scratch's Horseman comes in because it's a big hasty thing late game that beats Planeswalkers pretty nicely. What do I not want? Zar felt bad that game. Archon didn't have enough targets. Okay, so bring out I bring out Forgotten Cultivator because it just straight dies to Miralai. No, it doesn't really die that hard to Miralai. What I want to bring out. Okay, so Aranta Visionary, Forgotten Cultivator. That's usually my cuts. And then I guess I don't need Scratch's Horseman. Yeah, because all their removal is sack based, right? So this does do well against Glon, I guess, but yeah, it's not great. I think I just go with this because like that's maybe I bring out some Zars because Zar felt kind of bad there. In fact, maybe I just bring out all the Zars and just let Scratch's Horseman do the talking. Although that thing dies to creatures sack way harder than Zar does, so maybe I do this also so that I don't screw up my ratios as much. And this hand's decent. I can get Star Sets down, and that can get me to the win. They have no other defenses against Star Setted, right? Other than the one drop. So hopefully they don't get the one drop. Oh god, they got the one drop. That's really annoying. Warper Rings, that's the wrong order to draw these cards in. I can actually play Archon flipped to make Started connect. Is that worth it? It could be, actually, so that's something to think about. I mean, it does also... No, if I play Archon flipped onto this guy, when a Planeswalker enters, it's just going to get rid of the enchantment, so that's actually a really bad exchange for me. Okay, so I guess I swing with Star Setted, and like if they trade, then that's actually fine because that's one less Planeswalker to deal with later on. They're going to leave stuff untapped because I guess they don't have a 3-drop. But now, like, if I swing into this and they trade, and then I play Star Setted number 2, now I have to deal with Glana minusing that thing. At 3, they actually have removal now. Well, if I get Glana minus, I actually have no plays next turn, which is really bad for me. Okay, so what if they did have Glana, and I didn't swing with Star Setted? I play out Star Setted number 2. Do they have board wipes on 3? No, they don't. So yeah, they don't have anything super threatening on 3. So I mean, there's a good chance that one of the Star Setted will make it through. Like if they play Glana and then not flip this guy, then I guess I'm all right with that outcome too, right? Because then Archon doesn't do stuff if I do that. Okay, yeah, I guess I just do this and pass. So this is fetching planes probably because I need to hit... No, I'll fetch forest with this. I need to hit Consonance mana more than I need to hit Drift Off mana. Or even Vasilia mana. Pool of Light. Okay, sure. Does this... No, it's not Glana. It's Forgotten Cult. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Doesn't put up any resistance. Okay, so they probably grab King Bell Tower or a land. So okay, they grabbed the land, so it seems like they were looking for land drops. Well, since Starset's connecting, I guess I don't have to focus as much on green, so I can feel not horrible about fetching planes right now, even though it's not great, but yeah, like whatever. Grand Consonance number 2. You know, this will be extremely embarrassing if these guys don't match connect. I can actually go on to the Forgotten Cultivator to turn it off if I want to. I don't think that's a good exchange though, so I'm just going to swing right now and see how they block. They're going to trade off, which makes sense. And then you can just slam Vasilia. Why is this not showing up? Okay, it's just taking its time. So I can play Vasilia, and I plus here. Do they have a way to blow up Vasilia? Yeah, they have Glana. Right, so then I should try to play around Glana then. Or no, they probably don't have... No, they definitely have Glana, I feel like. So I should just transform Vasilia into the Hexproof guy, and then if they play a thing that makes me sack, what do I do? Can I protect Glana if that happens? No, so do I... Or can I protect Vasilia if that happens? And the answer is no, so like, do I care more about Glana minusing, or... If the Glana minuses, then I get to put counters on Star Set. Yeah, I think I've convinced myself that, like, I'm fine with this thing. Oops. Fine with this thing, possibly dying to Glana. Because it's probably... The exchange probably works out if that happens. And if they don't have Glana, which... Well, they definitely didn't have the mana cast Glana next turn, so maybe they have Glana now. In which case, yeah, they get a really nice Glana, but then I get to kill it back with Star Setted. Actually, do I even want to kill it back with Star Setted? I can swing it face with Star Setted to get me up to 6 mana. Without like a land next turn, that actually gets me to Consonance mana if I connect, which is pretty good. And it seems like it's King Bell Tower. Okay, so it looks like playing out Vasilia paid off here. And they're swinging Forgotten Cultivator at Vasilia. Interesting. Doesn't that, like... I'm just going to transform this thing next turn, right? So why are you swinging it at Vasilia? I guess I don't care about life damage right now, or something. Alright, so let's see if I can cast Grand Constance this turn. And looks like the answer is yes. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so that's good. I guess I flip Vasilia too then. Because might as well get some extra damage in. What do I transform it into? Let's do 7/7. Yeah, we already made clear that they're not on Glana right now, so let's just try to get as much damage in as possible. Still not showing up. Well, whatever. And then play Grand Constance and see what's on top. Less useful than expected, but got enchantment which kills Keening Pal Tower actually. Like, should I kill Keening or Forgotten Cultivator? Well, I get 3 things. Yeah. So I kill Keening Bell Tower or Forgotten Cultivator. I think I kill Forgotten Cultivator because that's scarier. And no, let's kill Keening Bell Tower because it's more annoying. And I win next turn if they have no answers to this board. And it seems like that happened. So yeah, that's exactly what needs to happen if I want to win, which is get on board early and kill all their things. It's just like what I want. I can't really think of any better ways to board, so yeah, let's just run this back. Even though this kind of screws with my ratios quite a lot, but kind of hard to do that. Actually, maybe since I'm on a draw this time, if I'm on the draw, it's always even worse, right? The Scratched Horseman isn't great either, but whatever. Maybe I bring back a Forgotten Cultivator or something. No, this guy's better on the play. I'll just like run Scratch's Horseman or something. And this actually has a curve, so I keep this. In fact, it has quite really good, it actually has a really good curve. So I just have to hope to draw top end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I should have Ancient available once by the time Scratch comes down. My opponent has to go to 5. That's quite bad for them. Do they have the 1-drop? No, they don't. Starset. Okay, that's even better. Yeah, now I have a really nice curve. This is fetching planes, right? Yeah, it fetches planes, and then if Wildcard Seeker manages to get something back, then it fetches Mountain. Do they have anything on 2? I guess Feast of Whispered Knives, or Lay Shard, or something like that. Yeah, I guess we're both ramping now. So is Star-Studded or Leyline Channers better right now? Because, like, the one I'm most worried about, if I play Star-Studded, do they have a 4-drop that blocks it? Not really, I guess. I guess the one downside to Star-Studded is that if I play it now, I can't play it flip later, which could matter to get back up to Scratch's Horseman. I don't think it should matter enough. I think it's probably better for me to play Star-Studded out, just because it forces them to have something on board. Like if they have a Glana, they're going to be forced to Glana minus that thing instead of Glana minusing the Wild Court Seeker later on. Yeah, I'll use it as my logic is that I'll use it to beta out removal. And it seems like yeah, that's a Glana. So now I get to play Wild Court Seeker onto a pretty nice or pretty clear board. And Glana still exists, which is a problem, but that's fine. And so this is fetching Mountain because I already have all my colors now. And I'll just pass the turn. If Wildcourt Seeker makes it through the turn, then I get to play Scratch's Horseman post combat, which isn't where I want it, but good enough, I guess. I'm getting pretty close to Scratch's Horseman though, if this ever connects. Here lie. Sure, it doesn't go up in mana, so that's fine. Because I have 2 mana to deal with Wild Court Seeker, which I don't think they can do. And I'm just going to make sure to kill Glana first because, yeah, I don't want this thing to get another down tick. So 2 mana. Can they deal with Wild Court Seeker with 2 mana? Seems like they can't, so yeah, I end of turn, fetch Mountain. Wild Court becomes a 4/4. Grand Consonance. Okay, I guess that's what I'm ramping into. Is there any point in playing Scratch's Horseman raw? Okay, so how does the mana situation look like after this turn? I play a land, I attack, I bring back Warframe Rings. The next turn I untap and play Grand Constance. So yeah, I should probably get Scratch's Horseman down first. Do I have Ancient if I do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm 1 land off Ancient, I think. Right? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, I will have Ancient if I get that thing off. And I'm willing to pay some extra life to make that happen. The main worry right now is getting Shimfad, which would suck. Well, no, that's at the end of their turn. Which is actually kind of bad because that means Grand Constance can't do anything for a turn. Well, hopefully it doesn't come down to that, I guess. That's really the only thing I can do about that. And let's get some more forests. And in any scenario, let's just get Glana out of the way so I don't have to deal with down ticks. Actually, no, I would be giving Scratch's Horseman will be giving my board hexproof, so I didn't actually have to kill Glana there. Maybe I should have thought that through before I did that, but whatever, too late to change my mind now. And black or white? Yeah, I'll fetch white, I guess. Yeah, so pretty bad sequencing, but all my guys have hexproof now. I should have killed Miralai. If it's Shimfa, then what? I just wait a turn to do nothing. Then the turn after. Oh, okay. Right. It doesn't give all my other guys hexproof, it only gives hexproof to itself. Well, I mean, Scratch's Horseman still kills Maralai if they don't do anything about that. And it seems like they probably don't, like, they needed Shenfa to wipe the board there. Clears. Well, it still dies to, yep, still dies to Scratch's Horseman. So do I actually need to play Grand Consonance right now? Doesn't that, like, overextend to Shenfa? Kind of, but it should be fine. Yeah, let's just Grand Consonance and see what's on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see what's in the box. Okay, I got some pretty good stuff. So that's Artifact, Land, Feature. Do I want Archon or Wild Chord Seeker? Archon, right? Like that's Archon's always better here. Yeah, sure. And yeah, I even have Waking Bog for if my board gets wiped. So now like this thing does give my guides haste and trample though, so I can make use of that by killing Maralai now and hitting Dodger in the face for 6 if they want to take that. Oh yeah, and then this also needs to put the thing here. Oops, and then I pass the turn. Actually, this should be untapped. Oh, they can do that, huh? Yeah. Alright, sure. But they're actually still live, like they're still in the game because they can flip a Shenfa and then like that, like, and then that wipes the board. And then they have to rely on Waking Bog to get their post board wipe. I mean, at least Shenfa wipes at the end of their turn, so like I can still animate Waking Bog if they have that. Oh, or they can just wipe the board the old-fashioned way. And I'll start grabbing swamps now, I guess. So yeah, Waking Bog kills Maralai. Is that my best play here? I can whack their face and get back Archon of Combination, which I stick on Maralai. That's probably more useful than just rip whacking Maralai. Yeah, because it gets Archon of Condemnation on board, and that puts a clock on them. And then next turn I can try to do Wild Chord Seeker shenanigans. So yeah, Waking Bog, whack them in the face, bring back Archon, play Archon flipped. I also want to play Leyline Challengers out. Maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, sure, why not? It could like increase the clock by something or whatever. Did I play a land this turn? No, I haven't, so I'll just play New Divide tapped and pass the turn. Okay, they got their thing again. And that actually does block the Waking Bog, which is kind of annoying. Oh, well, that's a Waking Boneyard now. Do I trade Waking Bog for a Clayus? I think I do that trade. Like, it's probably a decent trade. Prevents them from doing insane stuff if, like, they ever manage to flip Clayus or whatever. Yeah, sure. Let's just do it. So whack them. Yep, trade happens. And play a Waking Boneyard tapped and pass the turn. This thing does kill in 2 swings at least. Or, okay, it kills in 2 swings, exactly. GG's, yeah, GG's. They did get unlucky though. Right, they mulliganed down to 5. But yeah, so that was, game. So I'm 2-1 so far. Hopefully I win my next game, then make it into top cut. And with that, see you next time.